Yeah.
He would have lost it to Fairy for no gain. At least this way he gets Willbender off the board.
Did he just go get a disenchant?
I think so. He's really good. Totally saw all these scenarios coming. It's like, wow. Another face-down creature from Mitamura. Seems like that happens every turn. I guess he decided to smartboard it in like 4 more, right?
Right.
The other 2 Brine Elementals and a couple of Willbenders. Yeah. And you really start to see the morph mechanic, right? You don't know what that is. Could be a Shapeshifter, could be a Willbender. And here's Raw Dog Triskelvis from Guillaume Wafo-Tapa.
We should have a little play-at-home game where a little poll pops up and people can say what morph they think it is. Another morph coming. Yep. Unmorphed Brine Elemental. Passes the turn.
Definitely was able to catch Wafo-Tapa tapped out, but he doesn't have a Shapeshifter. What do you think of that play?
It's a time walk.
I mean, obviously, if he top decks a Shapeshifter, it's awesome. His hand seems to have a Willbender and a cancel.
It really feels like Mitamura's deck could almost squeeze in a Mystical Teachings or 2. If he has Teferi, he gets tutor for the morph pieces. He can still tutor for Careful Consideration, or he's got a couple of instant speed removal spells, and he's got the snapback. I don't know if it would. I don't know if I wouldn't try to play around with that. For the PTQ season,
right.
maybe sort of blend the decks.
Yeah, there's clearly a bunch of ways you can go. You can also go further. You can also go all in on the Pickles combo, which essentially means play the mono blue deck instead of your Vegeta build.
Right. Did Vegeta have the Fathom Seers main deck? I know he had them. I don't know if he had them main. I think they might have been in his sideboard.
I believe he had Willbender's main Fathom Seers in the board. I know he had Willbender's main, which is a lot of fun. So Mitamura got the 1 time walk turn by flipping the Brine Elemental, but he just shifts the turn back. How does Wafo-Tapa play this? He kind of needs to stay on defense, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what he did
12
earlier.
to 20?
Building up tokens. Building up counters on his lands. Careful Consideration for Mitamura. Well, drew the pieces he needs. He's going to pitch 2 Shadow Mage Infiltrators.
Ships the turn? I guess he doesn't have enough mana to defend anything, so that makes sense.
Now, is there a Shapeshifter in his yard?
You thinking about Extirpate?
I would certainly be considering it.
There's Mystical Teachings. Now, Extirpate is split second, so Mitamura needs to fight the Mystical Teachings. He's got to cancel this, right?
That's what you think. I'm not sure if there's a Shapeshifter in the yard or not.
Think so. Mitamura does indeed cancel the mystical teachings.
Yeah, if there's a shapeshifter in the yard, does he have another mystical? Does he have another mystical teachings in his hand? Oh, well, I think that's what Wafo-Tapa's checking as well. Okay.
No shapeshifters in the yard.
Okay.
Well, there's the face-down creature.
It's probably the Willbender, I would assume.
I would think so as well. Guillaume's going to mystical teachings as a response. What is that?
It's a sudden death.
Okay. Mystical teachings for sudden death. Sudden death, the Brine Elemental.
Yep.
Down goes Brine Elemental before the face-down creature can resolve. Face-down creature resolves, and it's another Brine Elemental. Wow, that couldn't have worked out better for... could not have worked out better for Mitamura.
Who has shapeshifter in hand with Willbender back up.
And Guillaume Wafo-Tapa just bit hook, line, and sinker. He played around that earlier Willbender artfully. Is he locked up now?
He's locked up.
Here comes the shapeshifter. Flip it. Yeah.
I mean, obviously he can play some lands and, maybe fight his way out of it, but with a Willbender it's going to be a little difficult. More than a little difficult.
Wow.
Of course, he still has to find a way to deal some damage. Now, if he can find another shapeshifter, he can stack up untaps.
Okay.
You skip your next untap under the wording of Brine Elemental.
Wow, Willbender and Draining Wealth in Mitamura's hand. Seems like it's just a matter of time here. Pretty much got him locked.
If I was playing this at my local Friday Night Magic, I might, I would probably just scoop here. But, if there's some way to find a way out, Wafo-Tapa, there's a $40,000 check at the end of that path.
He's making Triskelevites.
He is.
What does that do?
Well, if Shapeshifter's on the stack.
Oh, Shapeshifter on the stack.
Yep.
No.
So if he wants to flip it down now, it has 2 damage on it, and it's going to
Nice.
die as a state-based effect, I think.
Wow.
Which is
That's a pretty good technology. Mitamura can let it flip over. He's happy to bring it back up again and turn it back into a Brine Elemental. So 6/6 before, 6/6 after. But if it's got 2 points of damage on it, that brief second while it's face down,